dreams. We all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to be here tonight. Working as an administrative services manager has been quite an experience. I've learned that paperwork multiplies faster than rabbits. So get ready for some office humor that's as organized as my desk. And remember, my manager once said, "Rusty, your organizational skills are so chaotic that even the paper shredder filed a formal complaint." While working as an administrative services manager, this is what my manager said about my work. "Rusty, you're like a tornado in the office creating chaos wherever you go." One day, this is what my supervisor said about my work. "Even the stapler is begging for mercy from your management." Just when I thought I'd heard it all, my team said this about my work. "Your organizational skills are so bad, they make a junkyard look like a library." So, my team leader came up with this singer about my work. "You're the only administrative services manager who can lose a pen in a room with one chair." Here's a good one. My head of department's take on my work was, "You make a maze of paperwork look like a child's doodle." While working some extra hours, my team said this. "Your filing system is so disorganized, it's become a new form of abstract art." Picture this. My team's comment on my work went something like this. "Even the copier machine is refusing to cooperate with your instructions." Just when I thought I'd heard it all, my manager said this about my work. "You're like the office's personal whirlwind of confusion." In the realm of unbelievable feedback, my administrator said this about my work. "Your idea of a well-structured meeting is let's wing it and see what happens." I've heard some things in my time, but what my superior said about my work was truly memorable. "Your office desk is so cluttered, it's been declared a national disaster." Let me share what my team had to say about my work just yesterday. "Even the coffee machine is plotting against your management." I couldn't believe it when my executive remarked this. "Your time management is so off that even a broken clock is more accurate." We went for a team building and my team leader dropped this gem. "You make a spreadsheet look like hieroglyphics." So, my manager dropped this gem about my work recently. "Even the janitor is shaking his head at your mess." My boss's perspective on my work took an unexpected turn when he said, "Your office memos are so confusing, they've become a form of modern art." Just this Wednesday, my colleague said this about me. "Your filing cabinet is so disorganized, it's been mistaken for a garbage can." My team's feedback on my work was quite the surprise. "You're like a walking, talking filing error waiting to happen." Guess what my manager said during our meeting? "Your idea of an efficient workday is let's take a 3-hour lunch break." Another day I went to work and my manager said, "Even the interns are giving you lessons on office management." You'll get a kick out of what my manager said. "Your management skills are so bad that even the office plants are withering away in despair." My employer's feedback was quite the surprise when he said, "Your filing system is so disorganized that it's like searching for a needle in a haystack, except the haystack is on fire." You won't believe what my team said about my work recently. "Even the computer crashes just to avoid your spreadsheets." The other day, my boss had this to say about my work. "You're like the Picasso of paperwork, except nobody understands your art." Guess what my team said about my work during one of our meetings? "Your management skills are so chaotic, the office printer has PTSD." Ever had your work summed up by your chief in a single sentence? Mine did. And it was, "You make the office supply closet look like a crime scene." Let me share what my director said about my work on Tuesday. "Your idea of a productive meeting is let's see how long we can talk about nothing." Last week, my controller threw this curved ball. "Even the office furniture is staging a protest against your management." So, on a Friday, my team came up with this gem about my work. "Your email inbox is like a black hole where important messages go to disappear." It's like my superintendent woke up and decided to roast my work with this comment. "You're like a hurricane of inefficiency sweeping through the office." You won't believe the hilarious thing my manager said. "Even the office plants are begging for a transfer to a more organized workspace." Here's a good one. My team's take on my work was, "Your desk is so cluttered that it's become a tourist attraction." Another day, I went to work and my manager said, "Your time management is so bad that you could start a clock repair business." It's like my superintendent woke up and decided to roast my work with this comment. "You make a simple task feel like an epic quest with no treasure at the end." Guess what my manager said during our meeting? "Your desk is like a Bermuda Triangle where documents vanish without a trace." Picture this. My team's comment on my work went something like this: "Your multitasking skills are so terrible, you can barely handle one task at a time." The other day, my boss had this to say about my work: "Even the office voicemail system is complaining about your mismanagement." Here's a good one. My team's take on my work was, "Your office policies are so confusing, they've become a riddle for the ages." One day, this is what my supervisor said about my work: "Your idea of a well-organized office is let's just shove everything in that drawer and hope for the best." I couldn't believe it when my executive remarked this. "Even the coffee machine is trying to escape your managerial clutches." My team's feedback on my work was quite the surprise. "Your work ethic is so questionable that even the office ghost has gone on strike." So, my manager dropped this gem about my work recently: "Your office skills are so outdated that you could be mistaken for a museum exhibit." Just this Wednesday, my colleagues said this about me: "Even the office paperweights are starting to roll their eyes at you." Let me share what my team had to say about my work just yesterday. "Your office chair is the only one that secretly wishes it was a recliner." I had to hold back laughter when my administrator commented like this: "You're like a one-man wrecking crew for productivity." So, my team leader came up with this singer about my work: "Your office manners are so verbose, they make Shakespeare look like a minimalist." I had to hold back laughter when my team commented on my work like this: "You're the only administrative services manager who can misplace the entire office supply room." We went for a team building and my team leader dropped this gem: "Even the office thermostat is trying to escape your control." Ever had your work summed up by your chief in a single sentence? Mine did. And it was, "Your idea of efficiency is why do today what you can put off until next month." Let me share what my director said about my work on Tuesday: "Your calendar is so empty that it could double as a minimalist art piece." I've heard some things in my time, but what my superior said about my work was truly memorable: "You make the office break room feel like a never-ending episode of a soap opera." So, there I was on a coffee break when one of my colleagues said to me, "Even the office ants have formed a union to demand better management." So, on a Friday, my team came up with this gem about my work: "Your to-do list is so long that it's considered a novel in some countries." Last week, my controller threw this curved ball: "Your office chair is the only one that actively tries to roll away from your desk." You'll get a kick out of what my manager said: "Your work emails are so confusing that they've been submitted to the Department of Cryptography." You won't believe the hilarious thing my manager said: "You're like a whirlwind of disorganization in a sea of chaos." One of my colleagues dropped this gem on Monday: "Your office supplies have gone into witness protection to escape your misuse." While working some extra hours, my team said this: "You make the office water cooler conversation seem like advanced philosophical debates." My employer's feedback was quite the surprise when he said, "Even the office elevator avoids stopping at your floor." Just when I thought I'd heard it all, my team said this about my work: "Your desk is like a time capsule of forgotten tasks and lost ambition." Guess what my team said about my work during one of our meetings: "Your management skills are so bad, even the office Wi-Fi refuses to connect to your devices." Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the office humor tonight. Working as an administrative services manager can be a wild ride. I've learned that laughter is the best stress relief policy. So, let's file away our worries and embrace the comedy of it all. And remember, my manager once said, "Rusty, your management skills are so chaotic that even chaos theory can't explain them." Thank you for being here and have a good day. See you on the next one.
And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything?
Hey, I may be the worst at my job, but at least I'm entertaining. Leave a comment down below and let me know what your manager is saying about your work. And if you didn't enjoy this show, well, I promise I'll try even harder to disappoint you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, stay employed and keep smiling.